Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Here, it's Rock and Roll Spot coming at you with the continuation of my Magic the Gathering Core Set 2020 unboxing series. So this will be the first of two videos focusing on the Planeswalker decks from the set, as there are 5. But that's how they do it with core sets. One Planeswalker deck for each color. So, where to start? We're going to start things off. We'll do things in this video with the Chandra deck, the Ajani deck, and the Sauron deck. And I guess we will start with the Chandra deck. So this is a quick look at the front there. See? Alright. Got my friggin' knife out. Oh well. Alrighty. Alright, now since we've got 5 of these to open, we will hold off on the boosters. Okie dokie. So, first off, let's get a look at Chandra herself. This is Chandra Flames Fury. She was at 4 colorless, 2 red. She with starting loyalty of 4. You add 1 loyalty counter, and she deals 2 damage to any target. Subtract 2, and she deals 4 damage to target creature and 2 damage to that creature's controller. Or you can remove 8, and she deals 10 damage to target player and each creature that player controls. Alright, that's not too shabby, actually. Kind of digging that. Alright, now the rest of the deck. Oh, we got Drakuseth Maw of Flames from, as we actually saw in last week's Spellslinger red deck. Quick. Oh, they do this for some ungodly reason. Alright. There. Put the lands on the bottom, where they belong. Okay, now this is one of the deck exclusive cards, Chandra's Flame Wave. It's a sorcery that costs 3 colorless and 2 red. Deals 2 damage to target player and each creature that player controls. Then you can search your library and or graveyard for a card named Chandra Flames Flurry, reveal it, put it into your hand, and if you search your library this way, you shuffle it. Okay. We got the classic Shivan Dragon, which I think we also had in Spellslinger deck, but if not, it's 4 colorless, 2 red for a 5/5 dragon with flying. And for 1 red, it gets +1/+0 till end of turn. Next up, we've got Chandra's Spitfire. Chandra's Spitfire is a 1/3 elemental of flying for 2 colorless and 1 red. And whenever an opponent has dealt non-combat damage, it gets +3/+0. So it can potentially become at least a 4/3. We've got Scorch Spitter. So 1/1 elemental lizard for 1 red. And whenever it attacks, it deals 1 damage to the player or planeswalker it's attacking. Okay, a couple more Chandra Spitfires. Ember Hauler. It's a 2/2 goblin for 2 red. For 1 colorless and sacrificing it, it deals 2 damage to any target. You got 3 of those altogether. Next up is Pack Mastiff. It's a 2/2 Hound for 1 colorless and 1 red. And for 1 colorless and 1 red, each creature you control named Pack Mastiff gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Okay. There are 4 of them total. Another Spitfire. Another couple Scorch Spitters, and we get Pyroclastic Elemental. It's a 5/4 Elemental for 3 colorless and 2 red. And for 1 colorless and 2 red, it deals 1 damage to target player. Okay, we get 3 of those. Pretty sure we haven't had that one yet. Okay, next up we've got Wildfire Elemental. It's a 3/3 Elemental for 2 colors and 2 red. Whenever an opponent is dealt non-combat damage, creatures you control get +1/+0 until end of turn. There's 4 of them in the deck. We've got Chandra's Outrage. 2 colors, 2 red for an instant. That deals 4 damage to target creature and 2 to its controller. There's 3 of those in here. You got an Infuriate pop back up. Shock. And that. And so we get, of course, some mountains. Alrighty. And we'll now move on to... Yeah, we'll go with the Ajani deck next. Alright. Alright, so... That's better. Alrighty. And so we got the Ajani deck. Which is Ajani, Inspiring Leader. He's a Planeswalker with a casting cost of 4 colorless, 2 white and he comes in with 5 loyalty counters to begin with. If you add 2, you gain 2 life and then put 2 +1/+1 counters on it to 1 target creature. You remove 3, exile target creature and its controller gains 2 life. Okay. You remove 10, creatures you control gain flying and double strike until end of turn. Okay then. That's pretty nice. Nice to see Planeswalkers that don't, suck. Alrighty, so getting into the deck itself, first off, we'll put all the Alright, so got Loxodon Life Chanter. It's a 4/6 Elephant Cleric for 5 colorless and 1 white. When it enters the battlefield, you may have your life total become the total toughness of creatures you control. For an additional 5 colorless and 1 white, Loxodon Life Chanter gets +X until end of turn, where X is your life total. That can be useful. Alright, moving on to Goldmane Griffin, which is a deck exclusive. It's a 3/2 Griffin for 3 colorless and 2 white. It's got flying and vigilance, and when it enters the battlefield, you may search your library and or graveyard for a card named Ajani, Ajani Inspiring Leader. Reveal it and put it into your hand. If you search your library this way, shuffle it. Then we got ourselves Sarah's Guardian. I think was in the I think was in the Spellslinger set. It's a 5/5 Angel with Flying for 5 and Vigilance for 5 colorless and 2 white, or 4 colorless and 2 white, and it gives all the creatures you control Vigilance. Next up is the Angel of Vitality. It's a 2/2 Angel with Flying for 2 colorless and 1 white. And if you would gain life, you instead gain that much life +1. And it gets +2/+2 as long as you have 25 or more life. Alright. Got another one of those. Next up is the Fencing Ace. So 1/1 human soldier for 1 colorless and 1 white. It has double strike, which allows it to deal both first strike and regular combat damage. Alrighty, just to this makes it a little okay. There we go. All right. Yeah, there were a few more Fencing Aces in another Angel of Vitality. Next up, we've got Dawning Angel. 3/2 Angel with Flying for 4 colorless and 1 white. When it enters the battlefield, you gain 4 life. It has a casting cost of 4. Yeah, okay, 4 colorless, 1 white. Okay. Next up is Daybreak Chaplain. We got 4 of these. So, and it's a 1/3 Human Cleric with lifelink for 1 colorless and 1 white. Excuse me. Then we get a few Savannah Sages. 2/2 Cat Cleric for 1 colorless and 1 white. When it enters the battlefield, you gain 2 life. Okay. Next up, we've got Twinblade Paladin. It's a 3/3 Human Knight for 3 colorless and 1 white. Whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on Twinblade Paladin. And as long as you have 25 or more life, it has double strike. Sound familiar? Next up, we've got the Impassioned Orator. Which is a 2/2 Human Cleric for 1 colorless and 1 white. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 1 life. Okay. Next up, we've got a few moment of heroism. So one colorless, 1 white instant. Target creature gets +2/+2 and gains lifelink until end of turn. Okay, not too shabby. Finally, we have Pacifism. It's a 1 creature enchantment for 1 colorless and 1 white. The enchanted creature cannot block or attack. It's actually mainstay white. And we also have a whole bunch of planes. Alrighty. And now for the grand finale. The Sorin deck. So let's see Sorin Markov back. It was a greatly underused Planeswalker. Don't get me wrong, I like Liliana, but I also like Sauron. Alright. Alright. Okay. Alright. First things first, let's take a look at Sorin, Vampire Lord. Planeswalker with a starting loyalty of 4, a casting cost of 4 colorless and 2 black. You can add 1 loyalty to, and up to 1 creature gets +2/+0 till end of turn. If you remove 2 loyalty counters, he deals 4 damage to any target and you gain 4 life. If you remove 8 loyalty counters until end of turn, each vampire you control gain control of target creature. Oh my. Wait. Huh. What does this gain control of target creature until end of turn? Simply gain control of target creature. That could be nasty. Okay, so looking at the deck, we start off with Dread Presence. It's a 3/3 nightmare for 3 colorless and 1 black. Whenever a swamp enters the battlefield under your control, choose 1. Draw a card and lose 1 life, or this deals 2 damage to any target and you gain 2 life. Okay. Next up, we've got Sorin's Guide. A 4/2 vampire for 3 colorless and 2 black. When Sorin's Guide enters the battlefield, search your library for Sorin Vampire Lord. Reveal, shuffle library. Up next is Gravewalker. It's a 5/5 bird spirit with flying for 4 colorless and 2 black. And for 5 colorless and 2 black, you may return target creature from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Okay. Next up, we've got Blood Burglar. So 2/2 vampire rogue for 1 colorless and 1 black. And as long as it's your turn, Blood Burglar has lifelink. Okay. There's those. Okay, we got 3 of those. Make that 4. There we go. Next up, we've got Savage Gorger. It's a 1/1 vampire with flying for 1 colorless and 2 black. And at the beginning of your end step, if an opponent lost life this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on Savage Scourger. Okay. This includes just simple life loss, so, alright. Next up is Bloodthirsty Aerialist. She's a 2/3 flying vampire rogue for 1 colorless and 2 black. Whenever you gain life, you put a +1/+1 counter on her. Okay, I like that. Next up is Vampire of the Dire Moon. It's a 1/1 vampire with Death Touch and Lifelink for 1 black. Not too shabby, to say the least. Give her first strike, and yeah, she'll take out anybody. Next up, we've got Thirsting Bloodlord, a 3/3 vampire for 2 colorless and 2 black. And other vampires you control get +1/+1. Okay. Follow that up with Vampire Opportunist, a 2/1 vampire for 1 colorless and 1 black. And for 6 colorless and 1 black, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. Next up we have Murder. Murder is a 1 colorless 2 black instant that destroys target creature. Period. End of discussion. Next up is Dark Remedy. It's an instant for 1 colorless and 1 black. Target creature gets +1/+3 until end of turn. Okay. And finally, we have Sorin's Thirst. It's a instant for 2 black. Deals 2 damage to target creature, and you gain 2 life. There are 4 of those in the deck. And we got the 4, swamps, which are there's that. 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 And that. Those are our 4 swamp designs for M20. That is it for this portion of it, of the unboxing. I'll be back later on with the second part, which will cover the green Planeswalker deck and the blue Planeswalker deck. As always, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Links to my Facebook, Twitter, Patreon, and PayPal are in the description box down below. Hit the bell icon to be notified when I put new content. This is Rock and Roll Spock signing off saying, live long and rock hard.